Ezekiel, the 18th chapter. According to Ezekiel, the 18th chapter, I believe I want to start on verse 20. Is that where I want to start? How does that start off?
The soul that sinneth.
Yes, exactly. The soul that sinneth.
It shall die.
It shall die.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him. In other words, it can't leave him and go on someone else. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him.
And the wickedness of the wicked.
And the wickedness of the wicked shall be
upon him.
Upon him.
But if the wicked
will
turn from all his sins.
Will turn from all of his sins.
That he hath committed.
He has committed.
And keep all my statutes.
And keep all my statutes.
And do that which is lawful.
And do that which is lawful.
And right.
And right.
He shall surely live.
He shall surely live.
He shall not die.
He shall not die.
All his transgressions.
All of his transgressions.
That he hath committed. They shall not be mentioned unto him.
Don't even mention them to him. Lady pulled that on me the other day. Second time in my life it happened. I was talking to a good friend of mine I went to school with. And she was trying to persuade me and why I should vote for Obama this election. And I said, well, I'll tell you how urgent it is for me. If you or anyone else could show me a city where I should vote for my dearly beloved brother, Barack Obama, I give you $100. She said, vote for him because he is your brother. And if you vote for him and you think that you offended Yahweh, he'll forgive you. He's a forgiving Elohim. I said, well, he said in the book of Ezekiel, in the day that the righteous turn from his righteousness and does that which is evil, then all the righteousness that he has ever done shall not be remembered. Now, I know better. Now, to somebody that's ignorant, Yah will forgive that person if they turn from their wickedness and begin to start doing what is lawful and right. But she was attempting to show me that Yah would forgive me, even though I know better. I said, well, if this is true, then I can go out and kill a man and rape a woman and take the money, and he's going to forgive me. And I already know that I'm doing wrong. She said, he'll forgive you. I said, I don't know about that. It reminded me of years ago when I was a little, much younger than I am, but I started studying the Word. And that was about 40 years ago. Met this charming lady that I knew, very attractive, and she was married. And I looked and I said, sister, I can't fool with you, even though I desire you, but you're a married woman. This woman didn't study the Bible at all, I didn't think, but she looked at me in my eyes and said, you remember David, don't you? There was nobody that Yahweh loved as much as David. Yet when David committed adultery with Bathsheba, didn't he forgive David? I said, yes. He said, well, he'll forgive you. Do you see? And that was Satan speaking. That wasn't her. That was his spirit. And Satan's spirit often enters into people and has them saying scriptures and quoting scriptures to deceive the righteous. Now, what she said was true. But we're fooled when we allow the wicked to deceive us with the cunning words that they use. But this is how they will do. But getting back to our subject matter, here the Creator says that when the wicked turneth from his wickedness and does that which is lawful and right, then all the wickedness that they had ever done will not be remembered. Is that what he says? And then he continued by saying, but when the righteous,
unto him, in his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die?
The Creator says he has no pleasure at all that the wicked shall die. None at all.
Saith Yahweh Elohim, and not that he should return from his ways and live.
Here the Creator says, return from those wicked ways and live. Return. Return from your wicked ways. You don't get a feather in your cap by doing wickedness when you know it's wicked, and then say the Creator is very merciful and compassionate. He's not a sucker. He's not nobody you can con and think you can just get over with. He's a terrible Elohim.
But when the righteous turneth away.
Now notice how terrible he is. He said, but when the righteous
turneth away from his righteousness.
Turn away from his righteousness. I might turn away from my righteousness and die that same night. Well, I'm dying in my wickedness then. And do you think Yah would say, well, he been doing righteous all his life, and he didn't know he was finna get in a car accident when he does, so I'm going to forgive him because of his righteousness. Creator don't work like that. That's Christianity thought. Here's what the Creator says, but when the righteous
turneth away from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity,
and
doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth,
and do according to all the abominations of the wicked man doeth,
shall he live.
Shall he live. That means he made a reversal, didn't it? He made a change, 360-degree change.
All his righteousness
that
he hath done, shall not be mentioned.
Shall not even be mentioned. Don't even mention any righteousness that he did in the past.
In his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die. Yet ye say, the way of Yahweh is not equal. Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal?
The Creator said, who's actually the right one? He said, are not my ways equal?
Are not your ways unequal?
And he said, you don't want to have unequal ways. If you think that the wicked can do wickedness and come into my house, you're wrong. If you think the righteous man can turn from his righteousness and commits iniquity and then return to my house, you're still wrong. The Creator said, I have no pleasure in the wicked that they should die, only that they should return unto me. This is the message that Yahweh left with us. This is the message that you've been hearing here for over 40 years. This is the message that you have heard and learned, that Yah changes not, and that you cannot die for another man's sin. Line upon line, precept upon precept, all through the book. Look in the book of Ezekiel. Let's go to the 14th chapter. According to Ezekiel, the 14th chapter, notice what it says on verse 14.
Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in
In other words, not only can one man can die for your sin, you can get all three of these men together.